Hey, Ken here from clickfix.io, and in today's ClickFix we're going to be talking about how to create and how to add upload boxes to your Ontraport pages. So this is just an example of what you can build here with this ClickFix Better Fields feature. You can see here that we have 3 different types, and we'll go over those a little bit as we walk through the process. But just as a quick summary, we have file uploads, we have image uploads with the option to either choose a file or to snap a picture right there. And we have audio uploads, again, with the option to choose an existing file or to record an audio right then and there. So the first step you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come into your ClickFix account, and you're going to come to New Modules, Upload Files field. And you can see by the icons that this is available to every paid tier that we have: Essentials, Marketer, and Pro. Now yours will show up blank, just like this when you first load the page. But to speed things up, I have a couple of examples already pre-populated. So let's jump into the file test. You can see here that the first section is self-explanatory. You give it a name. You're going to go ahead and select the Ontraport application keys, the API keys that you've previously set up within Ontraport and added to your ClickFix account. If you need help on that, you can go to the help section here to figure that part out. We have several providers that we support, but for today's purposes, we're going to just use Google Drive. And you're going to want to have already authorized your Google account to be used with ClickFix. And again, that's something that you can get help with under the help section or by writing into support. Next thing is the type of upload box that you want to create. In this particular case, I've chosen file only. File only is kind of the catch-all because you can, as you'll see in a second, specify which file extensions you want to allow. But we have photo only, we have photo plus any file upload, we have photo plus any image file upload, audio recording only, audio recording plus audio file upload, and you'll see those in play in a second. Here, once you've selected file only, you're going to go ahead and do a comma separated list of the different file types that you want to allow. I've just kind of put in some general ones here, basically to open it up to any kind of file just to make things easy. Here, you're going to specify the path that you want it to upload to. This will automatically create the folder that you specify here before the backslash. And then after that, you're going to want to use these shortcodes here to actually help with the folder structure as well as the file naming conventions itself. I've chosen to do the file name, so this will grab the file name that the pre-made file already has, and dot the extension. So if I upload something that's called photoid.jpg, well then that will upload photoid.jpg into the uploader demo folder. You can see here on my drive that we have nothing in here for now. Just so you can see how that process works. Once you've done those options, you're going to want to make sure that you click on active, and then you have some validation rules that you can set. You can specify a maximum file size in megabytes. If you want to, you can limit the amount just so you don't have people uploading things that are too big that take up all your storage. Depending on what service you use, that could be an issue. And if you want to, you can either allow several files and specify the maximum number of files for them to be able to upload, or you can just limit it to a single file. Once you're done with that, you're going to hit submit. And it's going to reload the page, and you'll see here that it actually gives you the shortcode that you're going to be using in order to make this work on your Ontraport page. Let's run through the other 2 file types that we already have set up. First, the next one is the image. Everything is the exact same, but here I've decided that I want it to be a photo or any file upload. And the reason for that is because I wanted to open it up to Photoshop files as well. But if I wanted to, I could just say photo plus any image file, and that would automatically include things like JPEGs or GIFs or PNGs, any of the normal image file types. After that, the same path, because I wanted to go ahead and just upload it into the same folder. And again, it's the same naming convention. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's active. And again, we have the option to do the maximum file size or the number of files, several versus single. And when we hit submit, it again reloads it and gives us the short code that we need to use. And I'll explain how to use a short code once we get over to Ontraport. And last but not least, let's take a look at the audio options. Everything's the exact same, but here we chose audio recording or audio file upload. And all that means, as you'll see on the actual page, is that we are allowed to either upload an existing file or we can have them record an audio right then and there. And again, after you've saved everything, it gives you the short code that you need to use. So over in Ontraport, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to set up these custom fields. And that is under Contacts, Settings, Field Editor. I've chosen to put mine into a special section, and I just went ahead and created text fields. All I had to do is give it a name, make sure that it was text, and away we go. After you've created all the different fields that you want to use, you're going to go ahead and, of course, save it. And those will become available for use inside the actual page editor. Let's go back to Contacts and the test contact that we're using. And you can see that those become available here in the contact record. And what the system is actually going to do is it's going to upload the different files that people put into the form, upload it to this Google Drive account, and then it's going to put a link to those files inside of the person's contact record. So how do we set that up? Well, we come over here to our page and we just dropped in these different form fields just like you would any other type of form field. We selected the file upload, which of course corresponds to the names here of these forms, of these custom fields. File upload, image upload, audio upload. First thing I always do is I go ahead and I publish it. And let's go ahead and take these off for a second. So that way you can see the way that it looks when you're first doing it. After that's published, go ahead and reload this. And you can see that these are in fact just regular fields. Now using the ClickFix Chrome helper, we go ahead and we have to grab the field IDs, right? This is where the actual magic's going to happen, where it helps talk to the system. So we're looking at the field IDs that are after the dash here, right? So we're just looking at F1744, 45, and 46. When we're back in the actual Ontraport editor, we have to come into our custom code into the header section, and we obviously have to drop in our ClickFix script to enable our actual shortcode system to work. And then all we have to do is we have to come over here, go back to our ClickFix account, and we're going to go ahead and grab the file test shortcode, for example. And we have to copy this shortcode here. We're going to paste that in, and now we have to replace this pound uploader with the actual field ID. So in this case, we said that the file upload was F1744, and we got that by using the Chrome helper and identifying the field ID here. And we have to do the same for the other two. Now to save some time, I've already done that. I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste those in. And when we click done and we publish it again, we can see that they've been turned back into those upload boxes that we had at the very beginning. So these support both the drag and drop as well as choosing the files from specific location. So let's take a look here. Let's say that this particular one we want to use the PDF here. We can drag and drop it, or we can choose the file. Either way. For the image upload, again, we can choose a file, or we can actually snap a screenshot, or actually use our webcam to snap a shot right here. If we are on our cell phone, then we would be able to do the same thing there. And for the audio, we kind of have the same deal, right? We can either record an audio right then and there to upload to the system, or we can choose a pre-made or pre-recorded audio file. After I hit submit, form gets submitted. Come back to our test contact here, and let's see if that populated. Reload that. And you can see there that the actual links to those different files are right there. So for example, if you were to visit the audio link one, you can see that it has the built-in Chrome audio player there. The image one does the same. All right, so you can have these be there. Incidentally, if you wanted to get fancy with any HTML, you could actually output some of these things onto pages or into emails as well. And inside of our Google Drive folder, if we go ahead and refresh, we can see that it actually created the uploader demo folder and put those different files in there. And you can even see that it also uploaded the image capture that we put in there. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to support or contact me directly, and we'll be happy to give you a hand.